Okay, making some progress. About to connect the first one. So what I ended up doing was, you can't just slide them in because it's a little tight. Well, quite a bit tight, especially up there. So I ended up putting a bevel on the one end with the rasp right here. So I put a bevel here and a bevel there. And then I took the big hammer, which is right here. If I could get it started with my hammer, I did, and then I would end up using this to drive it up in. Now, a couple places, there was a couple screws in the way, the screws that are holding the metal down. So I had to take a hacksaw blade and cut or hacksaw them just enough so I could tap them and break them off. So when we go to remove the metal up there, we're going to have a couple of short screws, but that's okay. They're still long enough to stick through. Okay, so I'm going to finish, I'm going to tighten this end up here, pound it over so it's tight there, and then get a measurement. So I'm about 12 inches from there to there, so I'll make sure this is kind of pretty straight. And then I'm going to start nailing it together. So I'm putting the nails at a slant and pre-drilling. So I'm not hammering too much sideways. So I'm not knocking it out or once I get it in place. So when I was up here, I did notice a couple things. One is, we're not sure about that being straight. But this one right here, see if you can see that, it's down on that end. So what I'm thinking is, I'm going to laminate. Two to me is not enough, so I'm going to be putting another one on here. And what I could do is put it on this side right here, and then what I could do is, after I remove the old garage door stuff and do whatever I'm going to do with that wall, put a post right there going right down. Actually, there's a little bit of cement right there. I could probably put it on that right there. So I think that has to go up. We're going to have to jack it up and do that. I kind of wish that siding had been removed before they did all this, but it wasn't. So I'm just going to have to kind of get a nice edge there, and then we'll put some molding there to basically hide it. And we're going to do the same thing along that edge too. All that siding is coming off. So we'll do something up there, which actually maybe I'll do a little heavier stuff there, because that's going to fasten into the house. And that'll give that more support there. So I think what we're doing is really good here. If this was to receive a really heavy snow load, which most likely it will not, but you never know. If it was, I really don't think this is sturdy enough to hold that much. It's a really flat roof. You know, you got a beam spliced together here. You got one that's already coming down here, and it's 2x4s. I would have went 2x6s at least, but you know, now there's 2x4s. We're going to double them all up, and this one here we may even triple up, because it looks like they already got it doubled. So we may go triple on that one. So let's get this one together, and then we need to do the same thing here because that's too far apart. And then after that, I'm just going to start splicing them on here to double everything up. And I'm going to use short ones. You know, they're not all going to be long ones. I'm going to use what I have. But I'm already, you know, increasing the loadability of this roof, so I think it's all good. Let's keep going.